Hello, welcome to KatesAg. Today is another day of harvest on our Montana farm, and I just got in the combine. We are finishing up the field from yesterday. There's only a couple of passes left, and then we're heading very far away from where we are now, actually. That's Eric Wall in the truck. He's out here today to get a load this morning. He's Lily and Steve Wall's son, so I almost took the pass that my dad would unload on, and then I realized I'm taking the very last pass of this field. It was not very big, I think probably only maybe 180 acres, so that's why we finished it so quickly. We started this field right around dinner time yesterday, and we could have finished it last night if we just would have spent another maybe hour on it, so it's not bad at all.
You might need to speed your concave up a little bit, Kate. It's probably running low RPM this morning.
Oh yeah, you're right, it's like 840. So my concave needs to be at around 900, and I've got it at 900 now. And as the day progresses, it'll increase to 920, 30, 40, and I'll have to keep readjusting it because the morning time there's kind of morning dew on the wheat, so it is a little bit slower, and then as the wheat dries out more, it becomes faster. We're not heading too far away. It's probably 10 or 12 miles. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm excited to get into a different wheat field. To go from our last field with really large swaths and huge numbers on bushel per acre makes it pretty tough going to this field, which is low bushel per acre. We're driving fast. The swaths are tiny. They're not tiny. They're probably average, actually. This field specifically had a sawfly issue, and sawfly is a little bug, and it's a problem that I've noticed is mostly an issue in this region, not others as much for wheat, but the bug burrows into the stem of the wheat and it makes it fall over, and when the wheat has fallen over on the ground, it makes it nearly impossible to harvest it. So that's why we swath our wheat, and we try and swath it before the sawfly makes it fall over, so that it's already on the ground and ready to pick up, but in rows, rather than still growing from the ground but falling over. The swath is a little bit bigger right here. Trevor did not come back to harvest this year because he's off to bigger and better things, but we miss him dearly on the farm, and we hope he comes back soon. I'm about to pass Jason in the combine. He's running the combine Trevor ran last year, our 9760 STS. I had to read the number because I can never remember. We'll be roading the combines on the dirt roads, gravel, and then onto the main highways as well. Not main highways, but kind of the backcountry ones. So we will have two flaggers for that, one in front and one in back, and it's really important. They have their flashers on and can let us know on the radio if there are cars in front or behind that need to get by, and then we can kind of move our equipment on the side of the road so that they can pass. Especially with how far we're going, we don't want to make a car have to drive 12 miles per hour for that long. There are occasions where it's not possible to pull over to the side of the road, and in that case the car does have to wait until we get to an area where we are able to go to the side, because we want it to be safe for everyone involved. Now I've officially completed that row, and I'm going to road back to the top so I can unload in our grain cart. My dad was actually the one who swathed this field, and it was when he was kind of playing around with the new swather, our John Deere with auto steer, and I noticed that these rows are super straight, so I knew that it was swathed with that one, but he said he didn't feel like he did the best job because he was just getting used to it, but I think the swathing looks pretty good here. Now that I finished my row and unloaded, I'm sitting waiting with the other combines until we leave, but my dad got a little strap to pin my door shut. Do you think it will work? Ah, right here.
Hey, third gear, we're gonna...
Apparently Steve's here.
Huh?
Steve is here apparently. Somebody said.
Eat wall?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any grain for him. We're going out eat.
How much is in there? Probably 100, 150 probably. Dorothy, why don't you take that over and dump it, and then come on out? Okay, mark the bin, and I need to know how full that bin is, actually. All right.
I'm gonna take my parking brake off that I put on when I went outside.
Okay, everybody ready?
Gonna move into third.
Nate, you take up the rear so you can call us on the radio if someone's behind us. Roger.
Flashers on. Oh, my dad's already on the road. I didn't see him there.
Jason, is that part of that step dragging on the ground or not? No, it's not dragging yet. No.
Off we go. Roading yet again. I don't know what that beeping is, just a light systems hazard error. I put my hazards on as well.
Gabe, when you're moving, don't have your header maxed out to the top. Go to the top and then let it down a little bit so it'll float on the gas floats, you know, better ride.
Yeah, I've got it doing that.
Same for you, Jason, you know, the header's floating on the gas.
Uncle Chris is flagging us at front. I don't think our grain cart is behind us because he was finishing unloading wheat. Oh, maybe he is. Yes, he is actually. That's a good thing.
That rubber piece on the step is dragging on the ground now. Yeah, we should probably go get a rope that's in the shop or something and tie it up.
Part of Jason's step came undone.
There's a ratchet strap in the box truck. There's a bunch at the shop too. Nate, have you passed the turn off yet? Yeah, I did. I passed it. I may have a ratchet strap as well in my compartment. Let me check. I got some duct tape. I can duct tape it up for now.
There's one little black part to the step before you get to the metal green ones, and I think some bolts came loose and part of it came off. I have to have my hydrostat a little bit back, otherwise my combine keeps rolling forward. And I'll put the parking brake on. Dad and Uncle Chris are outside to see what's going on.
Hillbilly repair.
Yeah, no kidding. When did it come down?
It broke off.
I don't know why it's beeping. Yeah, because it was moving, so I didn't want it to move.
Did you have it in neutral?
I have it with the brake on.
That's okay. You don't have the stick.
No, I moved it.
Perfect.
That worked out. Thank you.
You bet you'll be safe. That's all right. It's got one side is working. It's not perfect, but it'll get us through the day. Yeah. Off we go.
Yes. I have no idea why it's doing that.
Maybe it's a sensor thing.
Very annoying.
Since you've been roading?
Not that I know of, but I'm in the cab.
Yeah, well, make sure you take the brake off so you don't start a fire.
Yeah, I will. Ah. I have no idea why my combine is making that horrendous beeping noise. I thought it might have been with the hazards. So I shut those off, but it wasn't those. It might have been the parking brake though. The air fix it was. That was pretty good. Our grain car driver helped with that, Jody. We are on the highway now. I've got it full throttle and I'm going 21.8. But I'm catching my dad a bit, so I'm gonna slow down a tad. There are guardrails on the side of the road, so my dad's wanting me and Jason to be careful with them. This to me isn't as scary as the hill because I've still got the whole road to deal with and they're just on the side. I see a bunch of little baby pheasants running. That's the cutest thing ever. There's a little pavement end sign, so we're going back onto gravel now. Here we have the truck for our additional wheat, even though Steve Wall is here, so we'll be filling him first. And then we also have the disc here in the field, and that's really important because if we have a fire, it's able to put it out and help mitigate it. So we always keep it near each one of our fields. I am just finishing my first lap around this field, and it's actually turning out to be pretty good wheat. At the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical because it wasn't that great, but now I'm seeing it's really good. I'm having to drive slowly, my return auger's filling up. My bushel per acre meter is reading 33, so it's definitely thick. But I think it varies at different parts through the field. We still have to fill up Steve here to get him on the road, so I don't think we're gonna stop for lunch yet, even though I see it's here. I had to lower my header back down because if you pick your header up too soon and it still has wheat in it, then the wheat doesn't fully go inside, it just kind of gets stuck in the header, which is never a good thing. And it looks like Steve is tarped and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and unload in the cart right now, just so that I'm empty for lunch.
We can use Nate's truck for whatever, for shade.
My dad has a little grain on his roof from when he spilled over. I'm sure I have some on mine too. We'll have to check at lunch. Since Steve is on the road, I bet we'll stop for lunch now. And the grain is just looking awfully clean. I'm quite happy about that. Our disc is way up at the far end of this field, and we have the water truck there just in case of the fire, like I mentioned a bit earlier. And Jason should be coming up in the combine. Yep, he's still finishing his last row there. Gonna put my auger back now and drive away slowly. Nate's getting the load right now. Darcy's right here too. He seems to have a duct tape roll, probably working on a fix of some sort. We always keep a lot of duct tape on the farm for that reason. It's super handy. We even get the extra strong kind because that's the best stuff. And I've reached, I'm gonna idle my combine down, lower the header just a little bit, and we're ready for lunch once again. Harvest is feeling like a bit of a routine again. I think it's my third day back in the field, so I remember my first year, I was so exhausted up until the third day, and then you finally get in the routine and you're just ready to go for the final month, basically. Lunchtime now. So I'm here with Jody, our grain cart driver. How do you like driving grain cart?
I like it. Makes day go by fast. You stay busy.
Have you been on a farmer operation before?
Yes. I was born and raised on a farm.
Ah, very cool. In Montana?
Well, back in North Dakota.
Ah, very nice. And what would you say is your favorite part of the harvest day?
Well,
lunch.
Getting a good grub like this.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dinner is good too.
Yeah, it is. She does a great job.
Yeah, we're very thankful to our cook, Lily Wall. How do you like, what's your favorite part of grain cart driving?
Staying busy.
Yes.
The day goes by fast. The busier you are, the faster the day goes by fast.
And you're sure great at it. The trucks definitely like how you load.
No, I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here we've got lunch all set up. How's lunch today, Dad?
How was it?
Lunch was yummy, but I've just gotten back in my combine because it's time to start again. There is a bird in my swath, as you may be able to see. I'm gonna zoom in here. I think it's a hawk. I'm not 100% sure, but it would be the first hawk sighting of the year, which is incredible. I also have a grain tank full buzzer going off right now, but wow. I wonder if he's gonna fly away, and he does. Right now I am driving around a rock pile and a part of the field that wheat doesn't grow, so the swather swaths around in this kind of circular way. So I just follow my swath around here, and then I start this straight row back up. And that only happens on a few passes, like here, where wheat also doesn't grow because it's maybe a water spot, and then right there. And as you can tell, there's kind of a lot of greenish looking wheat here as well, and it's pretty sparse. This is the row that I'm now starting into. Those rock piles exist because in the olden days, they used to not have rock pickers, so they'd go out and hand pick the rocks and collect them in one spot in the field. So sometimes it's on the edges, I've got a grain tank full. Sometimes it's in the middle like there. And this is a field with 640 acres, so it's a full section. Wheat for as far as you can see. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more awesome harvest videos. All right, bye.